Hi everyone. Hope you all are doing well. So, I know pretty much people might be angry, not angry, but agitated, wondering where is Cynthia? Why is she not posting videos? And I apologize again. I'll try not to avoid the gap and fill the void. However, thank you so much for sticking around. It really means a lot. And also, it's a month of November. So, Dubai has this 30-day fitness challenge, which I am actively a part of, where you have 30 different activities to do on 30 different days, or maybe you can utilize 30 minutes of your entire 24 hours to work out for yourself, for a better health, for a better future, which actually helps you to be strong and fit. A good health always, takes you a long way ahead. Coming back to the real estate topic, so today I'm going to discuss what are the commonly made mistakes by buyers or investors about when or before buying properties in Dubai. So, Dubai happens to be that city in the United Arab Emirates, which is well known, when it comes to property sale, rental, mortgage, or even like in order to get your return on investment. So, there are five common mistakes made by people where I will explain further, which you are not supposed to do. All right. Starting from number one, the number one topic would be buying without research. Here, usually what happens is, say, like there's a buyer or an investor, they've got some money which they want to invest, and say, like they end up maybe investing in such kind of a project which due to unforeseen circumstances gets stalled, which means maybe the construction came up to a halt, or maybe the project got cancelled due to xyz reasons. So here what happens is, the buyer or the investor, they did not make any sort of market research in order to understand which area is it coming up with. Will that area give them a good return on their investment? In case if in the future they plan to sell the property or get it mortgaged, will it be actually again helpful? So, yes, first and foremost mistake, do not buy without doing your actual research. So, number two mistake will be ignoring the service charges. How does it goes about? You see, um, people buy the property, and you see, if I maybe as an agent, okay, if I had to inform you, how would I go about that location? This is the location of this specific project. Then we come to the price, the actual price of the unit, then location, price, and then size. When it comes to size, I would inform that this is the build up area, this is the actual square feet. Then we discuss about price per square feet. Then we discuss about return on investment, like if you calculate annually, what are you supposed to get? If you rent it out, what is the estimated amount if you rent it out, maybe in a furnished way or as it is bare shell precisely. So here, high service charges can get annoying. It can get into your nerves if the charges are hidden. If it's not been described or informed to you firsthand, and simultaneously always calculate the net income no matter what. The third one would be over leveraging. How would you consider over leveraging? Maybe you overvalued your property, and then you got it, like you went to the bank to maybe to get it mortgaged. Here, what happens is you were expecting a certain amount in order to get the pre approval for the mortgage. However, that certain amount or percentage was not actually approved by the bank. Where you see your mental assessment when it comes to estimating the amount, you you goofed up. You goofed up in such a way that you expected you'll get maybe 60 to 65%, but looking at the market rate according to DLD, the bank approved around 35% or maybe just 40%, which is simultaneously a loss for you. So, hence, number three, do not over leverage. Okay, number one, it was buying without research. Number two, not checking the service charges. Number three is over leveraging your project, I mean, your property. Number four would be not checking the developer's reputation. I have never informed about it before. However, today is something where I would talk about it. So, there are many, like, the developers are categorized not not by agents, but maybe, like, by investors or end users. So there is like A grade developers, B grade developers, and C simultaneously. C is someone whom we would consider the ones who are newbie, who are in the market in the from the last couple of years. Precisely, their projects are under development and under construction. Grade 2 or grade B would be those who have existing projects, but however, you see the appreciation is not going anywhere. The ticket sizes are also fairly enough, like bearable precisely. And when it comes to grade A developers, okay, we already know, like, the topmost, the first name that comes up to your tongue is Imar, Damak, Omnia, Bengati, then Nakhil. Here, you see the brand itself, like, it speaks on its own behalf, where they do not have to do any sort of marketing or some exposure, because people who have already purchased with these top tier or maybe the grade A developers, they have already got their returns and they're pretty much happy. That's why you see, like, the loyalty towards the brand or maybe towards the developer, it gets created in such a manner that, say, like, if I buy maybe a two-bed apartment with MR, and it actually matches the expectation of mine when it comes to the area, size, price, location. So I will make sure that, my next investment will also go ahead with MR. So the fourth mistake, again, as I said, okay, do not believe or do not invest without knowing the developer's reputation. Then the fifth and one of the important strategy is, like, when you don't know how do you have your exit strategy. Mm, how would you or me would describe no exit strategy? The fifth mistake. Uh, Say, like, you decided that you want to buy a property, you invested in an off plan project, you made a payment of maybe 35 or 40% out of the 100%, and maybe due to sudden change of plans, you decided that you want to sell it off. So, what's the later procedure? How do you go about? Here, you need to plan everything very systematically, and that goes in such a manner that whether you want to flip the project, I mean the property, precisely, I'm so sorry, or you want to hold it for long term. Because if you flip, it's more of like, you see, you just switched from one property to another. Then if you decide to hold it for long term, it's gonna be in a very different manner. And how does that goes about is, if I paid 40%, I would end up paying the remaining 60% maybe on handover, Or if I want to flip, as I said, okay, the project will be like I buy from one developer, maybe I switch to someone else and sell it in the secondary market, or I sell it off. So avoid these top five mistakes, which I'll repeat once again. It's more of like buying without research, then ignoring the service charges, not knowing the developer's reputation, over leveraging your project, your property, and the fifth, as I said, okay, not having an existing exit plan. So these are the five very important information which I have shared with you today. And stay tuned to know more. Thank you so much. And before I end this video, I would definitely want all of you who's watching my video, please comment what are the more topics that you would want me to talk about. Simultaneously subscribe to my channel and also let me know like how do you find my videos. Good comments, bad comments, all are accepted. I'm open to all of your suggestions. Thank you so much.